Hello everybody, c'est moi. I'm in my parents' garden at the moment and it's lovely and sunny, and I thought I will record a clip from, reading from my book, The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard. It's a bit destroyed actually because I had some water in my bag, so I need to buy another copy. But I love this book because it's so deep. It contains everything and it's very clear too. So I'm going to read a chapter called Preparing Your Place. Let's see what you think of this. Do you like Snoopy? I love Snoopy. By the way, it was my birthday recently. That's part of the reason why I haven't recorded a clip for a while. And just expecting my mum and dad to come out in a moment. Say, what are you doing? Noisy buddy, I like it. If you want to guess how old I am, just pause this and put it in now, because I'll tell you at the end of the clip, and let's see who's the closest. And don't cheat and be honest. Don't just guess exactly what you think, okay? Don't make me younger or older, please. And let's see who's the closest. Okay, let's go over to Neville Goddard, the most important thing. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine. John 17:10. Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Revelations 14, verse 15. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. The promise is, whosoever hath, to him it shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that which he seemeth to have. So again, it's all about our concept of ourselves, how we see ourselves. We need to see ourselves as already having what we want and already being the person we would be if our desire was realized. And he's saying everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That shows how important it is. So we need to walk in the feeling of what it would be like if we were already the person we would be. And that all starts in the imagination, of course. And then just that relaxed assumption that you are that person already, which will attract the correct circumstances to you. Hold fast in your imagination to all that is lovely and of good report, for the lovely and the good are essential in your life if it is to be worthwhile. Assume it. You do this by imagining that you already are what you want to be and already have what you want to have. I just want to stop there and think about the holding fast in your imagination to whatever is lovely. How often do we deliberately think of beautiful things in our lives? And maybe we need to build that into a routine to just deliberately think of all the goodness and be happy with it and joyful, because that seems to be an essential component of achieving your dream. And then it will become natural. Of course, many people may already do that, but I think I could do with more deliberate thinking of the lovely. It's got to make you happier as well, hasn't it? So I just thought, yeah, that appeals to me, definitely. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's very deep. We've really got to be directing our mind towards already being that which we want to be, the person we want to be. And how would we think? What would we be thinking of if we were already in that state, the state we want to be in? It's really playing in your imagination, isn't it? I think my battery's going to run out soon, so I better get on with this. Be still and know that you are that which you desire to be, and you will never have to search for it. I like that because it can feel like it's a huge search sometimes, just that you have to do everything yourself. The main thing you have to do yourself is imagine your new concept of self and that you are successful. That's the main thing you have to do, and everything else should fall into place. And of course you have to take action when it comes to you, when these situations occur, but it should come from a relaxed, assumptive state of mind, I think. In spite of your appearance of freedom of action, you obey, as everything else does, the law of assumption. Whatever you may think of the question of free will, the truth is, your experiences throughout your life are determined by your assumptions, whether conscious or unconscious. An assumption builds a bridge of incidents that lead inevitably to the fulfillment of itself. So the assumption is king. Man believes the future to be the natural development of the past, but the law of assumption clearly shows that this is not the case. Your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Then your senses pull you back from where you were psychologically to where you are physically. It is these psychological forward motions that produce your physical forward motions in time. Precognition permeates all the scriptures of the world. And then it says, I'll come to that bit actually. Yeah, I'll say that in a moment. So it's just going into detail about what the assumption actually does. So you're moving forward psychologically in your imagination, and then when you finish imagining, you're back to the present moment, your physical surroundings, and your senses sort of give you this a shock almost that you are somewhere else because you were imagining so vividly. And he's saying here that these psychological forward motions are responsible for the physical forward motions. And that's just another angle on it, isn't it? And so we learn more how it actually works. And that really encourages me to imagine more. Because each time I'm thinking I'm pulling myself towards my goal because I'm in it, and then physically I'm going to be pushed forward to that state that I was imagining. So I find that quite encouraging. Very encouraging, actually. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And now I have told you before it came to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. John 14, verse 2, verse 3, and verse 29, I think. this is still recording. As I said, the battery's going down a bit. Anyway, just carry on. The I in this quotation is your imagination, which goes into the future, into one of the many mansions. Mansion is the state desired. Telling of an event before it occurs physically is simply feeling yourself into the state desired until it has the tone of reality. You go and prepare a place for yourself by imagining yourself into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Then you speed from this state of the wish fulfilled, where you have not been physically, back to where you were physically a moment ago. Then, with an irresistible forward movement, you move forward across a series of events to the physical realization of your wish that where you have been in imagination, there you will be in the flesh also. Big wasp coming to me. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 7. Bit of a distraction in the garden, actually. Go away. This is not working, is it? I think my phone's running out. There's a wasp around me. Maybe I should record inside. I think it's gone. Okay. Hope it's still recording. Anyway, I'm just totally in darkness. I really like this explanation for the mansions. It's what I wanted when I heard the scripture in the cathedral, but the priest didn't give a very good explanation of it. I wonder what he would think if he read this. Not much, probably. But it totally fits, doesn't it, with the psychological forward motion and then the physical forward motion following that. So I say, keep imagining, because every time you do it, it is having an effect. It's pulling you towards your dream each time. It's a bit distracting out here, and so I'm sorry I'm not saying anything really good, but hopefully the Neville Goddard writing is enough. Just show you a bit of the garden. Some nice flowers. Okay, I'm going to stop this now because I don't even know if it's still recording. So tell me what you think of the actual writing of Neville Goddard there. And does it encourage you about the psychological forward motions producing the physical forward motions? What do you think of that? I think it's absolutely marvellous. Oh, and I was going to say how old I am. Are you ready? The only reason I asked is it's honestly not because of vanity. It's more, probably a bit actually, but it's more about curiosity. And it was a big birthday. I didn't tell you that because then you would have maybe got closer to it because it has to end in a 0, so one or the other. It was 50. God, it really feels old, that half a century. 50, so substantial a number. And I just feel that I need to get on with it because I'm getting more tired. And people told me on my 50th birthday, oh, you look really young and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you think I do, and that's really, really nice. Obviously people want to hear that. But after a while, I was just thinking, what does it all mean? You know, why as a society do we always want to look younger than we are? And I'm not immune to that. Obviously I want that. It's just like eternal youth and life And if we look older, it's going towards death. Oh. I think the second half of my life, I'm hoping this is the beginning of the second half, that I'm going to live to be 100. You never know when your second half begins. I'm hoping that I'm knowing it's going to be better than the first half. And the first half was good. Lots of good things. We all have suffering, don't we? I mean, that's inevitable. But, and people say to me, age is just a number. It is with regards to the spirit, but the body does start to get more tired and all that business. That's what I feel, more tiredness over the past few years. So I'm aware that I need to get writing, get things sorted, because we don't have an endless amount of time, and I think it's good to really realise that. I'm not scared. The only thing I'm scared of is not achieving what I want to. And most of the time, I think, of course, I'm going to do it. But then sometimes I'm only human. I do think, what if, you know? And I don't like that. And that makes me feel a bit anxious, which totally goes against assuming that you already are. So that's something I really need to work on. And this business of aging, I decided to stop dyeing my hair a while ago. And I've got some grey hairs on top, not loads, but, well, it does look like loads, actually. And there's nothing wrong with dyeing your hair. I totally get why women want to keep dyeing their hair. But I just thought, what am I hiding? You know, I need some indication that I am getting older, and those grey hairs are that. They're very obvious. And I am. I mean, there's lots of indications, obviously. But I thought it would be a good thing to see my natural hair colour and my natural greys while it was still there, because it's part of who I am and I want to see it. So, aging to me can be lots of good things. It can be just feeling more happy in yourself and more in the wisdom of God a lot of the time. Even when when I get caught up in silly stuff. I know it's silly. I know it means nothing. Like vanity issues, you know. It's not important. It's just a distraction, that's all. And younger people maybe take these things more seriously. So yeah, you know, there's lots of positive things about getting older. It's just the health aspect, really, and wanting to achieve things while you still can. I feel like I'm just talking about nothing, am I? I think I better finish the recording anyway. So let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll do another one which is deeper and more useful soon. But I can't record this again, even though I did talk a bit of rubbish, because the battery's running out. So sorry, you're gonna have to put up with my nonsense. And my mum is coming out, I think. So I will say goodbye. Okay, take care, people, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.